One thing a lot of people care about when moving to a new country is how the cost of living in that country is. They want to be sure that their jobs or whatever it is that they're going to do in that country, they'll be able to sustain themselves in the long run. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the cost of living in Belgium, even if you're coming as an international student or you're coming as a worker, whatsoever it is. We will talk about rent and accommodation, insurance, feeding, transportation, taxes, a whole lot of things. So this is the kind of video that you want to watch till the end. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. I'm called Flavine and if this is your first time here, hi, I'm an international student based here in Belgium, and on my channel I like to make immigration content like the one you're about to watch now. I like to make lifestyle content where I just show you guys how I'm navigating this fine, beautiful, small country as a young girl in her 20s. Now, if you don't know, I'm a student. And so I make contents that are tailored to students, especially international students who want to move to Belgium. But then I feel like these kind of videos can still help somebody who is coming to Belgium and who is not even a student, because at the end of the day, most of the things still pertains to everybody. Also, another disclaimer, please, most of the things that I will say in this video are from my own personal experiences. Some of these things may be different for some people. Some figures may be more than what other people spend, some figures may be lesser than what other people spend. So at the end of the day, this whole thing is centered around you, the individual. But I'm just giving you guys some of the figures in the surface level so that you still get the idea and the whole point of it, right? So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is rent and accommodation. And mind you, rent and accommodation varies from city to city and from community to community. So let's say that you're living in a place like Brussels, which is the capital city of Belgium. Obviously, things are going to be 2 times more expensive as compared to if you were living in the countryside or in a smaller community like where I live. So I live in Diepenbeek, which is a student area. Our rent varies from 200 euros upwards. You can actually get a student room for 250 euros, 300 euros, 350 euros. And inside these rents, when it comes to student rent, they always include bills inside. So let's say your water bill, your electricity, and your internet, everything is inside this amount, okay? Now this differs from individuals who are not students. If you're not a student, you will have to pay these bills individually. So let me use myself as an example. In my building, we are expected to pay 345 euros for rent. Our water bill is 5 euros, that's per month. And then since energy prices have gone up in Europe generally, now our electricity bill is around 95 euros. That's what we are expected to pay monthly. Now when it comes to the internet, in like 6 months, you're expected to pay like 100 euros. So we don't pay internet monthly. But now that differs from an individual who is working. You pay your rent separately, you pay your light bill separately, you pay your water bill separately, you pay your connection separately, and you just have so many other things that you pay separately. So this is the only difference, okay? Another thing that we want to talk about is taxes. Now, tax in Belgium is progressive, which means that we don't have the flat rate of tax. The more you earn, the more tax you are going to get. So, and the way the Belgian system works is that if they want to take out tax from you, they are going to look into a lot of things. Maybe how many kids you have, if you are married, what your partner earns, you know, just a lot of things that they put into consideration before they can determine the amount that they are taking out of your gross salary. Now in Belgium, we are also expected to pay social security contribution, especially if you're already maybe 25 years or if you're working. But then as students in Belgium, we don't pay tax. That's a good thing. In Belgium, students are not expected to pay tax. We may pay a little tiny percentage of social security that we are expected to pay, but trust me, it's not even, I'm not sure it's even up to 1%. Another kind of tax that I want to talk about is council tax. This all depends on your council and where you are. When I was moving to Diepenbeek, I paid 80 euros for council tax. And mind you, council tax is a one-time payment. Okay, you pay it once every year. It's not something that you pay every single month. What I'm trying to say is that it's just paying 80 euros to your council to let them know that you are living in their community or something like that. Yeah, but some places they don't ask you for council tax, but some communities ask for council tax. So another thing that I want to talk about is insurance. Now, insurance is being paid yearly, so you only pay it once. Even if you're coming as an international student, you are still advised to pay insurance. Okay, I in particular, I use CM as my insurance company, and I really advise you to use insurance because it's for your own good. Every insurance has its own amount that is being paid yearly, and if you're a student, of course the amount will not be the same like, you know, a full-time worker. We pay differently. So maybe your insurance can be taken for students maybe 50 euros yearly, or 100 euros yearly, or 150 or 200, depending on the type of insurance that you use. So the benefits of an insurance is that when I get sick, or I visit the house doctor, or I visit the hospital, or anything that has to do with my health generally, there's a certain percentage that I'm supposed to pay out of the total bill. Okay, so let's say that I visit the house doctor and they did consultation and a bunch of other things, blah 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 blah, and my bill comes down to 100 euros. Mind you, I may just pay like 20 euros out of that 100 euros. Okay, that is how good the Belgian health system. Actually, the Belgian health system is one of the best in Europe. Now let's talk about transportation. In Belgium, the different means of transportation is you can either use the bus, you can use the train, you can use the tram, the metro, taxis, or you can use your personal transportation. So your personal transportation is if you buy a car and you have a driver license, you're good to go. Now for international students, we tend to use public transportation. So for somebody like me, I use the bus, and the bus costs me 46 euros per month. In the Flemish region, we mostly use DLN for the bus service. And with that bus card, I am allowed to travel anywhere around Belgium with DLN, not another bus company. So my bus card allows me to go to anywhere with the bus, anywhere in the Flemish region, or even in Brussels. I can use the land buses in Brussels. Okay, so anywhere I want to go to, no restriction whatsoever. I've paid 46 euros per month, and that is it. And for my train, I pay 46 euros as well, from Hasselt to Brussels. Now, if you guys don't know, I attend very University Brussels, but I don't live in Brussels. Like I said, the standard of living and cost of living in Brussels is really high, and a bunch of other reasons why I don't like to live in Brussels, which I'm going to make in a different video. I travel from Hasselt to Brussels almost 3 times a week, so I don't like to pay individual tickets and all that. I feel like I have more advantages when I pay monthly. Now mind you, this train only covers me from Hasselt to Brussels, so I cannot take it more than Brussels. So if let's say I want to go to Antwerp, it's going to be difficult. I may have to buy a ticket from Brussels to Antwerp. But if you're not going to be using the train, there is no need to use the train. Okay, if you live in a city like Brussels, it's better to get, there is this card. I don't know how much it costs, but there is this card that a lot of people have, that it covers the train, the tram, the metro, and the buses. Okay, so you can actually get that card. Now let's talk about feeding and all of that. In a week, how much I spend as an international student, and how much you should just put in your head, even if you're not an international student, how much you can spend as maybe a family or as an individual, and all of that good stuff. So in a week, I always give myself a target of 50 euros. I know that I go more than that at times, and at times I don't even go up to that. Okay, and I'm going to give you guys reasons. So my favorite supermarkets that I visit as an international student is Colruyt, Aldi, Lidl. Yeah, those are the 3 supermarkets. One of the reasons why I like them is because their prices are better as compared to other supermarkets. Because if I want to look at other supermarkets like Jumbo, Carrefour, Spar, those ones are for rich people. I cannot afford. I am not somebody who eats a lot. In a week, I cook just once, so I choose a particular meal to cook for the week. So let's say that I can get myself tomatoes, I can get myself chicken, I can get myself spaghetti. I know that that week I'm cooking spaghetti, sauce, and chicken, and I'm good. And then I get myself like fruits, you know, just to mix. I go to the African shop and get myself like some plantains, I get eggs, I get myself juice. You know, if in a week that I really want to feel good, I can get myself African drinks and I just mix in my fridge, okay? So there are some mornings that I get up and I fry plantain and eggs and I'm good, and in the evening I can eat my spaghetti and sauce, and maybe the next day I can eat something else, you know, fried spaghetti and eggs, and then or maybe I can eat fruits some morning thing. So I just mix that until the week comes to an end. I kid you not, I only cook once in a week, okay? I'm not the kind of student who cooks so many things. So you can give yourself the budget of 50 euros, and I can do all of these things with 50 euros, okay? It's enough actually, but except that I have other things, like there are some weeks that I buy things in bulk. So maybe I have to buy my seasoning cubes, I need to buy salt, I need to buy onions, I need to buy, you know, things in bulk. There are some things that when I buy, like onions, I use it like for the whole month. That's how, or even 2 months, I kid you not, I can use it for like the whole month or 2 months, okay? There are just some things that you buy only once in a while, like salt, seasoning cubes, onions. Those things I don't buy all the time. So in a week I spend 50 euros. And another good thing is that some student jobs actually give you meal vouchers. So these meal vouchers actually help me at times not to get into my personal savings. Mind you, some people don't even spend up to 20 euros in a week as students. Some people spend more than that. It all depends on you. If you like to eat like me, if you like to fill your stomach, if you are very conscious about what goes into your stomach, you're going to spend more. Another thing that I want to talk about is self-care, okay? Now when I talk about self-care, I'm talking about maybe your body lotions, your soaps, your deodorants, you know, makeup for women, a bunch of other things, okay? My favorite makeup store or where I can get self-care ingredients is Crevat. Crevat is really good for students. I really recommend them. Yeah, they may not have the most expensive designer makeup and all of that. For a start, it's actually good for you to visit Crevat, okay? You can get your skincare products from there. You can get your you can get a bunch of other, you know, things for self-care. Now in a month, trust you, I don't spend a lot on self-care. I don't, because the weather in Belgium, you have to adapt, okay? The weather in Belgium is so harsh for African skin and all of that. It dries out the skin a lot, so I tend to get a lot of things that moisturize, and one of those things that I use a lot is Johnson baby oil, which cost me like it's almost 7 euros. So, and I can use this for like 2 weeks. Every other thing like soaps, toothpaste, you know, cotton wool and a bunch of other things, those ones I buy them once in a while and they can take me like 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. So I don't really put them in my dictionary of spending monthly, okay? And another thing is house supplies. So now if you're looking for a place where you can get cheap house supplies, you can either go to Action or Colruyt or Zeeman. These 3 stores, you can get your house supplies, maybe your cleaning, your hand wash, what you use to wash your plates and all of that. So you can actually get them from Action, from Colruyt or from Zeeman. Now this is really how the cost of living in Belgium is. How much do you really think that as a student I can actually spend in Belgium? So remember I said that my rent is 245 euros, right? So let's 245 euros for rent, 5 euros for water, 95 euros for electricity, that's per month. So I forgot to add my phone bill, and I use Orange Belgium as my service provider, and I pay 20 euros per month for my phone bill. 20 euros per month is it's an abonnement, which means that in that 20 euros I have free calls and free texting anywhere here in Belgium and to any network here in Belgium, not out of Belgium, here in Belgium. And then I have megabytes to, you know, browse if I'm out of, because if I'm in the house I use the Wi-Fi, except I'm out of the house, that's when I can use my mobile data. So we are going to add 20 euros to that monthly expenditure, 20 euros for phone bill. Remember I said that something like council tax, we only pay it once, okay? So we are not going to put that. And then we are going to put food, which is 200 euros for feeding in a month. So do the math. That is exactly how much approximately I spend in a month as an international student. Mind you, I spend less at times. At times I go more than that. I remember there will always be miscellaneous, there will always be things that come up. There are some of you that like to eat out. You want to order Uber Eats, pizza, KFC, McDonald's, all of those things. I don't have those costs because I'm not somebody who eats out. I don't even like those things. The only thing that I eat out once in a while is KFC, and which I have stopped because I just felt like if I'm wasting money. That 10 euros that I will use to go and buy KFC, I will use that amount of money, go to Aldi and get myself a very, very fat chicken, come and cook it, and it will be 3 times the quantity I will get from KFC. So I don't really eat out, and I don't eat out. And also you may have supplies like books, pens, calculators, all those other things. And once in a while, as a woman, you want to go shopping, you want to get new clothes, you want to get new other things. I don't really have those costs because since I came, I'm not sure that I've really gone shopping to buy any new thing. And there are some of you that will want to go to the gym, want to, go and apply with basic fit and all of that. I don't know how much those things cost because I don't go to the gym. When I want to start working out, best believe I'm going to work out in my room. I don't have any subscription. I hope that you guys learned 1 or 2 things. If there's something you didn't understand, please leave it down in the comment section. The next video that I will be doing is breaking down how much I really spend on food, because I feel like I did not really explain it well here in this video. I'm going to take you guys 1 week shopping. When I'm going for my weekly shopping, I'll take you guys so that we see how much I actually spend in a week. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.